When's the last time you paused, not to set new goals, but to check if your team is still aligned to the original ones? Because in fast moving companies, clarity fades fast. You start with a shared vision, then a few pivots, shifting priorities, and new faces later, everyone's working hard, but not always in the same direction. Mid year isn't just a time to measure progress, it's a chance to course correct, to reconnect and realign before misalignment costs you momentum. Today, I'm going to show you how to bring your team back to center so you don't just stay busy, you move forward together. Let's dive in. If execution feels off, it's not always a performance issue. Sometimes it's a vision issue, and that's on you to refocus. See, mid-year is when priorities shift, strategies evolve, and teams are busy, but not always aligned. It's easy to assume alignment, especially when everyone's working hard. But just because people are moving doesn't mean they're all moving together towards the same finish line. This is where your real leadership shows up, not by setting more goals, but by reinforcing direction, reconnecting meaning, and reminding your team why it matters. Let's be honest. Most leaders are great at articulating the what and the how, but the teams that thrive, they know why. That clarity becomes your anchor, especially during a mid-year reset. So before you launch into the next sprint or start making changes to your roadmap, hit pause and ask, what still matters? What shifted? What do we need to recommit to? See, that the why creates alignment. It gives your team a reason to care and a reason to follow you into the next half of the year, especially when things feel uncertain. Remember, don't start with what needs to be done. Instead, start with remind them why it matters. See, this still holds true, especially now, because without the why, strategy just feels like noise. But when people understand why something matters, they show up differently. They contribute more creatively. They stay committed when things get hard. So before you set new goals or reshuffle your priorities, make sure everyone remembers what your team is building toward and why it still matters. Vision doesn't drive results. Alignment does. And alignment only happens when people see how their day-to-day work moves towards the bigger picture. Right? As a leader, your job is to make that connection real. Use the mid-year moment to ask, does our daily focus still match the direction we've set? Make it tangible. Celebrate wins that connect to the vision. Use meetings to realign on what matters most. Create clarity around how each role contributes. Because when people see the story that they're a part of, right, they stop showing up to execute. They start showing up to lead. See, we as leaders need to make our vision a conversation, not a broadcast. If your vision is only talked about in all hands meetings or quarterly update slides, the vision isn't leading the conversation, it's lurking behind it. Real alignment happens when your vision becomes part of the everyday rhythm. Try this. Ask in one-on-ones and team check-ins, how does this tie into where we're headed? Take the time to clarify confusion early. Don't wait for disengagement to show up in the data. Use team huddles to highlight wins that support long-term goals. Invite input on the path forward because when people feel heard, they lean in. When your team can connect the dots between what they're doing and why it matters, they stop going through the motions and start moving with purpose. Let me close with this reminder. We're halfway through the year. This is the moment to pause, not just to reflect on performance, but to recenter your team on the mission. Because teams don't drift all at once. It happens gradually, one employee at a time. A project doesn't feel meaningful, a strategy that never gets explained, a leader who stops connecting the dots for them. Alignment isn't a one-time event, it's a leadership habit. So here's your mid-year challenge. Don't assume your team remembers the why. Remind them, reconnect them, rally them. If your vision needs sharpening, start there. Get clear first, then communicate with conviction. Because your team is looking to you to lead them forward. It's your job to give them a future that they want to build. Okay, if you're ready to build your leadership brand, influence, and impact, I've got something for you. Download my free ebook, The CEO Shift. Empower your leaders to think like entrepreneurs and lead like owners. Inside, I'll walk you through how to elevate your leadership, drive alignment, and build a high performance team that owns the mission. If you're not quite ready for that level yet, then let me send you a signed copy of my latest book, Freedom to Experiment. It's all about how to reignite your energy, sharpen your focus, and build unstoppable momentum. The book is free. All I ask is for you to cover a small shipping and handling fee. Hit the link below in the description and we'll take care of the rest. If today's message hit home, here's how you can help others find it too. Give a like to this video, drop a comment below about your mid-year vision check-in or how you're helping your team stay aligned. And of course, subscribe, because each week I'm sharing content and strategies to help you and your team embrace change, focus your efforts, and accelerate results. Remember this, you're just one idea away. We'll talk to you soon.